Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Aulia Kamila, saya dari kelompok 1. The story of Ashabul Ukhdud, the people of Trench. The story of Ashabul Ukhdud. The sorcerer, the monk, the boy, and those who were forced to enter the ditch. Imam Ahmad recorded from Suhaib that the messenger of Allah said, "Among the people who came before you, there was a king who had a sorcerer. And when that sorcerer became old, he said to the king, 'I have become old and my time is nearly over, so please send me a boy whom I can teach magic.' So he sent him a boy and the sorcerer taught him magic. Whenever the boy went to the sorcerer, he sat with a monk who was on the way and listened to his speech and admired them. So when he went to the sorcerer, he passed by the monk and sat there with him. And on visiting the sorcerer, the latter would trust him. So the boy complained about this to the monk. The monk said to him, 'Whenever you are afraid of the sorcerer, say to him, my people kept me busy. And whenever you are afraid of your people, say to them, the sorcerer kept me busy.' So the boy carried on like that for some time. Then a huge, terrible creature appeared on the road, and the people were unable to pass by. The boy said, 'Today I shall know whether the sorcerer is better or the monk is better.' So he took a stone and said, 'Oh Allah, if the deeds and action of the monk are liked by you better than those of the sorcerer, then kill this creature so that the people can cross the road.' Then he struck it with a stone, killing it, and the people passed by on the road. The boy came to the monk and informed him about it. The monk said to him, 'Oh, my son, today you are better than I, and you have achieved what I see. You will be put to trial, and in case you are put to trial, do not inform them about me.' The boy used to treat the people suffering from congenital blindness, leprosy, and other diseases. There was a courtier of the king who had become blind, and he heard about the boy. He came and brought a number of gifts for the boy and said, 'All these gifts are for you on the condition that you cure me.' The boy said, 'I do not cure anybody. It is Allah only who cures people. So if you believe in Allah and supplicate to him, he will cure you.' So he believed and in and supplicated to Allah, and Allah cured him. Later, the courtier came to the king and sat at the place where he used to sit before. The king said, Who gave you back your sight?' The courtier replied, 'My lord.' The king then said, 'I did.' The courtier said, 'No, my lord and your lord, Allah.' The king said, 'Do you have another lord beside me?' The courtier said, 'Yes, your lord and my lord is Allah.' The king tortured him and did not stop until he told him about the boy. So the boy was brought to the king, and he said to him, 'Oh boy, has your magic reached to the extent that you cure congenital blindness, leprosy, and the other disease?' He said, I do not cure anyone. Only Allah can cure." The king said, "Me." The boy replied, "No." The king asked, "Do you have another lord beside me?" The boy answered, "My lord and your lord is Allah." So he tortured him also until he told about the moon. Then the moon was brought to him, and the king said to him, "Abandon your religion." The moon refused, and so the king ordered a sow to be brought, which was placed in the middle of his head, of his head, and he fell sawn in two. Then it was said to the man who used to be blind, "Abandon your religion." He refused to do so. To he refused to do so, and so a saw was broken and placed in the middle of his head, and he fell, sawn in two. Then the boy was brought, and it was said to him, "Abandon your religion." He refused, and so the king sent him to the top of such and such mountain with some people. He told the people, "Scan up the mountain with him till you reach its peak. Then see if he abandons his religion, otherwise throw him from the top." They took him, and when they ascended to the top, he said, "Oh Allah, save me from the by any means that you wish." So the mountain shook, and they all fell down, and the boy came back walking to the king. The king said, "What did your companions to the people I sent with you do?" The boy said, "Allah saved me from them." So the king ordered some people to take the boy on boat to middle of the sea, saying, "If he renounced his religion, well and good, but if he refused, throw him." So they took him out to sea, and he said, "Oh Allah, save me from the Oh Allah, save me from them by any means that you wish." So they were all drowned in the sea. Then the boy returned to the king, and the king said, "What did your companions do?" The boy replied, "Allah save me from them." Then he said to the king, "You will not be able to kill me until you do as I order you. And if you do as I order you, you will be able to kill me." The king asked, "And what is that?" The boy said, "Gather the people in one elevated place and tie me to the trunk of a tree. Then take an arrow from my quiver and say, 'In the name of Allah, the Lord of the boy.' If you do this, you will be able to kill me." So he did this, and placing an arrow in the boy, he saluted it, saying, "In the name of Allah, the Lord of the boy." The arrow hit the boy in the temple, and the boy placed his hand over the arrow, won and did. The people proclaimed, We believe in the Lord of the boy." Then it was said to the king, "Do you see what has happened? That which you feared has taken place. By Allah, all the people have believed in the Lord of the boy." So he ordered the ditches be dug at the entrances to the roots, and it was done, and fires were kindled in them. Then the king said, "Whoever abandons his religion, let him go, and whoever does not, throw him into the fire." They were struggling and scuffling in the fire until a woman and her baby whom she was breastfeeding came, and it was if she was being somewhat hesitant of falling into the fire. So her baby said to her, "Be patient, mother, for verily you are following the truth." Muslim Oslo recorded this hadith at the end of the Sahih. Muhammad bin Ishaq bin Yasar related this story in his book of Sirah in another way that has some difference from that which has just been related. Then, after Ibn Ishaq explained to the people, that the people of Najran began following the religions of the boy after his murder, which has the religion of Christianity, he said, Then the king Dunuas came to them with his army and called them to Judaism. He gave them a choice to either accept Judaism or be killed. So they chose that. Thus, he had a ditch dug dug and burned some of them in the fire in the ditch, while others he killed with the words. He made an example of them by slaughtering them until he had killed almost 20,000 of them. Sekian. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.